Lagi. Jangan deket-deket, jari jauh.
Hello everyone! So today we're gonna explain about our terrarium. First of all, we're gonna introduce our group first. My name is Roy.
My name is Gracia.
My name is Jofandy.
My name is Lavenia.
So check it out.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Now we jump to the presentation of our project, how to make the terrarium. Here are our members group. There are Gracia, Jofandy, Lavenia, and Roy. First, we talk about the definition of the terrarium. The terrarium itself is a glass or transparent container used to grow small plants in a control. So it's like a miniature ecosystem. It is like a tiny indoor garden, often used for decoration and education also, and also it is easy to plant. Next, we jump to the characteristic of the terrarium. Terrarium has transparent container, such as glass jar, fish tank, or plastic box that lets in sunlight for photosynthesis. The second one is small plants. The plants that usually planted in terrarium is moss, ferns, succulents, cacti, or tropical mini plants. The last one is layered planting system. This is the common method or techniques in terrarium, which is layer planting system that is typically includes gravel or pebbles, activated charcoal, soil, and sometimes decorative elements like stones or figures. This makes the terrarium like the miniature ecosystem.
Next is benefit of terrarium. Terrarium are low maintenance, safe space, and can be customized to suit any style. And they are also a great way to enjoy a relaxing and educational activity. So the terrarium have two types. The first type is open terrariums. Open terrariums are best succulent and cacti that like dry condition. And the second one is closed terrarium. Closed terrarium create a humid environment, ideal for mosses and fern. So to know the suitable types of terrarium depends on your plants, what want you to grow, and the environment you prefer.
Okay, now we're gonna discuss about materials need. So uh what materials we need to make a terrarium? So before we start building a terrarium, we need to prepare some simple materials. First, we need a clear glass container like a jar, vase, or bowl. This let us see the plant's layers inside. And the second, then we need small stones or gravel like this one to help us for water drain at the bottom. So the plant roots don't sit in water and rot. And the third is activates charcoal. It for this activated charcoal, it helps keep the terrarium clean by removing bad smells and preventing mold. And then after that, we add potting soil, which give nutrients to the plant and support their roots. So of course we need plants. You can choose a succulent, moss, ferns, or any small plants that match the terrarium type. Last, you can add decoration like small stones, sands, shells, or figures to make your terrarium more beautiful and fun. All of these items is easy to find and not expensive. With just a few materials, we can make something creative and natural. Next, please. Okay, for this slide, we will explain to you guys your step-by-step instruction. Now that we have the materials, let's make the terrarium step by step. First, add layer of pebbles or small stones to the bottom of the container. This layer helps with draining so that excess water doesn't stay at the bottom and harm the plant roots. The second, add the thin layer of activated charcoal. This helps us filter the water and keeps the terrarium fresh by preventing odor bacteria. Third, add potting soil. Make sure it's enough for the plant roots to grow in. If you are planting different types of plants, arrange the soil it fits them. word, plants your chosen plants, be gentle with the roots and arrange them in a way that looks nice. You can mix different texture and height. Fifth, add decoration like small shells, stones, or minifigures to make it more personal and beautiful. Beautiful. This step is optional but fun. Last, like the water the terrarium, don't use too much water. Succulent need only little water for closed terrariums. Water want to close the lid. They don't need frequent watering. And that it you now have on mini gardens a glass. It's perfect for home decoration or as a gift.
Okay, now that we've built our terrarium, here are some useful tips to keep it healthy and thriving. First, always place your terrarium in indirect sunlight. Direct light can overheat the glass and stress the plants. And then, avoid overwatering, and this is a common mistake, and most terrarium plants need minimal water. And then the third, be sure to prune regularly to prevent plants from becoming overgrown and competing for space. And lastly, keep the grass clean so that your plants can get enough light and your terrarium looks beautiful. And then let's also look at some common mistakes that can harm our terrarium. The biggest one is the overwatering, which can lead to root rot, especially in a closed terrarium. And another mistake is using the wrong type of plants. For example, succulents don't do well in closed terrarium. Also, skipping the drainage layer like pebbles or charcoal can cause water to accumulate and damage roots. And lastly, avoid placing your terrarium in direct sunlight, which can create a greenhouse effect and scorch your plants. Okay, now we have some terrarium design ideas to make our terrarium even more fun and personal. First, we can go to a forest theme using moss, ferns, and small branches, or maybe a desert theme with succulents, sand, and rocks. And a popular choice is the fairy garden, where you can add tiny figures and colorful decoration. And if we prefer something simple, like minimalist design with one unique plant and clean grass lines, will work beautifully. Okay, that wraps up our presentation on terrariums. We have learned that what a terrarium is, the benefits that offers, and then how to create one step by step. And we also covered some helpful tips, common mistakes to avoid, and creative design ideas to personalize our mini ecosystem. And we hope this inspires you to try making a terrarium at home. It's fun, relaxing, and eco-friendly way to bring a little nature indoors. Thank you for your attention, and we're happy to answer any question you might have.